It's another wonderful episode on your favorite show, Spiritual Secrets with Elizabeth. Today, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic. If this is your first time joining us, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also remember to follow me on all social media handles and drop your comments, send us messages. We are here to answer your questions, listen to you. Let's talk about whatever that you're confused about or you want to learn concerning the spiritual. So today, like I said, we're going to be dealing with an interesting topic. And today's topic is ancestral curses. A lot of people mistake foundational curses for ancestral curses. That is the reason why I actually want to discuss ancestral curses with us today so that we get to understand what ancestral curses are and so that we don't mistake them for foundational issues. Let me not use the word foundational curses. Let me use the word foundational issues. So today I wrote down some things as usual. I penned down a lot of messages and I will be sharing them with us as we go, where I do some of the explanations. I said, Africa, especially Nigeria, is a place where we neglect ourselves while we go in search of other things and people. It is imperative that we know ourselves and our ancestors before running after things that are not running after us. A lot of individuals have been under the bondage of ancestral curses for a long time. Like I said, a lot of us have issues. A lot of us have challenges. But the thing is, because we feel we are born again, I've had this argument with a lot of people. Even my cinematographer, we've had this argument over and over again. They say once you are born again, everything just fly. As a Christian, everything just fly away like, but I want to remind them something. It is actually written in the Holy Book, which we read as Christians. The Holy Book says that for this kind to go away, it is something that you have to pray it. You have to speak forth the word for it to go away. So when you don't speak forth the word, no matter what you think you do, you say you are born again. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. All other things shall be added unto you. Yes. You remember that? Everybody quotes that. And then they say, once if a man is born again, or when a man is born again, all things have passed away. Behold, all things have now become new. Well, I'm actually going to tell you this. Like I likened it to someone using bleaching cream, the one we call bleaching cream. When you want to overtone your skin, okay, some people don't like the fact that they are dark skinned or they have brown skin. They want to become white, so they go and buy those bleaching cream. Here in Nigeria, we call it bleaching cream, and then they bleach their skin. When you finish bleaching your skin, remember you have destroyed the melanin. You've destroyed the melanin on your skin. You've destroyed that healthy part of your skin. Now, the moment you go to church or anywhere and then you become born again and give your life to Christ, nay, brother, whether you like it or not, yes, you are born again. Your soul is going to heaven according to the Christian doctrine, okay? But the truth is, your skin will smell. Your skin, your physical skin, this your body will still smell. It will not, you will not wake up overnight because you are now born again. It will just change it and then the whole thing becomes, no, it will not be like that. When you enter sun, you will still have rainbow color. I don't know if you understand, or when you enter a place where there's so much heat, you will still have rainbow color. So that is what the spiritual does. And that is why it is very important that you understand foundational issues and ancestral causes. Thank you very much. So I wrote here, I said, it is very important you identify these root causes and deal with them from their foundation. Your great-grandfather, father, mother, etc. may have done something very terrible that could trigger such curses. Even in secret, these things would keep haunting you. But you won't know because you have never bothered to dig into your family history and activities of your ancestors. I mean, that is one part of us that I don't understand in Nigeria. Nigeria is the only country where I don't believe we have archaeologists because I've never seen any of them. Do we really have archaeologists in Nigeria? Now, the thing is, there are people, they call them scavengers. They call them grave diggers. But I'm trying to use this word. Yes, there are people physically like that, but I'm trying to talk to you about what this is. There are people that are deep researchers in the days of old. There are people that write down histories. There are people that they do in Asia, they call them the sachek. That they call those histories sachek. They keep this history. This is something that you're meant to know and meant to do in your family, in your lineage. Sit down with your parents. Ask your mother, because Indomie generation, like generation before, the generation after my generation, may not be lucky to meet some of their great grandparents. But our parents before our parents will be able to meet their parents. So they pass down the story. That's why we have a tradition of tales by what? Moonlight. When everybody is gathered later in the day, we all sit down, we want to talk about story, history of things happening around. That is the time our parents are supposed to give us stories. Tell us, oh, this was who my father was. Oh, my father was one kind of very man. Oh, my father used to beat people on the street. Oh, my mother, she will fight and strip you naked in the market. These are things that you are meant to know. And when you don't pay mind and you are not bothered about these things, you don't even know if those curses are rubbing off on you, because the person they have offended maybe have a spirit which you are not meant to offend, and that spirit has placed a curse on that person, or that person himself that they offended has decided to go and place a curse on them. So these are things that are very, very sensitive that we need to find out. We need to know who we really are. Find out about our lineage, history. Let us know our history. Let us know about the activities of our parents. Like some time ago, I find out some things about, I think is written in the book of, in one of the books that was written about the history of Okukudo Akpabio. I read how they use human beings. I have said this before in my last episode. I read how these people use human beings as manure to plant yams. Now imagine such a lineage. You keep using people as manure to plant yams. What if, peradventure, they have used someone, because they always use criminals. What if they used someone who was not a criminal but was framed by another person who was jealous of them? Now, these are things that you should know. And even if that person is a criminal, do you know you don't have the right to take another life, no matter what that life has done? That's another topic for another day, because we can't talk about that now. So today we're actually dealing with ancestral curses. Now, I said ancestral curses are often referred to as foundational issues, but they are different, though similar, as they play likely roles in the life of an individual or a family. There are individuals or families who don't even know there is a curse in their family and keep living in oblivion. Sometimes they die with it, and this continues with the next generation. So it has happened. Oh, your father was a troublemaker. He made trouble, and was shot dead. Your mother was a troublemaker. She fought, and one day the neighbors got tired and they all gathered and poisoned her. The next one, oh, your sister did this. She was just busy sleeping around, just sleeping from one man to the other, and then they ended up using her as ritual. These are spiritual curses in your family that you may not even know. To you, like I said, nothing is a coincidence in our lives. Now, to you, these things are happening, but you don't just know the reason why they are happening, and you're not bothered to find out, because you've gotten to a level in your life where you feel it does not really bother you. You feel you just keep fasting and praying, My dear, there are certain words you use in the realms of the spirit that the spiritual answers to. It is not every, oh God, that they listen to. Your angels will just stand there and be like, can they not just tell this person to change topic? Oh God, I'm tired. And then your angel will just turn and go and say, oh, our creator, he has come again today. He said, oh God, let there be light. And then you're like, has he done what he's meant to do so that there will be light? And the angel will like, I'm tired. Because that is what is happening around you. You don't understand the fact that the spiritual understands some certain languages. It is not everything you open your mouth to pray that you get answers to, until you do the needful and follow it the way it should be followed in the realms of the spirit. These are their rules. You cannot be the one to break those rules for them. That is how it works. And then I said, ancestral curses are very important to identify, are very difficult to identify, Unlike foundational issues, this is because most times our ancestors don't take such curses seriously. And due to their nonchalance, nothing is done about the curse, and so it lingers in the family from generation to generation. While in some cases, the ancestors pass without even knowing what atrocity they had committed. Let us not forget that the spiritual controls the physical, and as such, the rules on the other side are very strict, whether you are ignorant of this or not. Now, it is very important. Let me give you an instance. I was teaching some people on TikTok the other day. I said something. I said, do not allow your children pick leaves randomly when they are walking on the road, especially by bush paths. A lot of parents are very careless. Your children are walking on the road. They just keep plucking leaf. They will pluck. It's not saying they want to use it for anything. They just plug the tin and then they throw. They plug the tin and throw. They have forgotten that most of those leaves, or should I say those plants growing on that road, majority of them have their spiritual significance. You just cannot touch them randomly. And then when you do that, you don't know what you have incurred. You don't know the calamity you have decided to bring on your family. The same thing. You went into someone's farm and you stood there and opened your trouser and decided to pee inside the man's farm. You don't even know the spirit that is guiding that farm. You don't even know that you're not supposed to do that. I'm talking about maybe your ancestors now, or maybe you in person. Now, there are a lot of things that you must have done or said, even with your mouth. You went to the market, you are pricing something from someone, the person is saying, I'm not selling. And then the next minute, you are insulting the person and walking away. You don't even know if that person you are insulting is one of those people on this planet Earth you are not supposed to place curse on. Yes, don't be shocked. There are people like that. You cannot open this your mouth and curse them. If you tell them you will never do well, you will be the one that will never do well, no matter how wicked those people are to you. You will be the one that will never do well in life. That is just how they are in the rest of the spirit. You are not permitted to place a curse on them. Now, these are things that our parents do. So many other things, those that are fighters, those that are gossipers, those that are messengers. This is something we're going to be talking about in our next season, not this season. There are spiritual messengers that don't even know that they are messengers. You go and run the wrong errand, and then you put your entire lineage in trouble. These are things that we're talking about. So you actually brought these curses on yourself, and you are ignorant of it. Some people are not even aware that they have these curses on their head. That is why you have to be very spiritual. So when you are spiritual, the spiritual will reveal it to you and tell you, do you know what you're going through right now is because of so, and so. And then you'll be able to fix it. So that is why I keep telling us that it is very important that we are spiritual. And then I said, imagine you are born into a family of rapists, pedophiles, kleptomaniacs, etc. I'm just giving you very simple and common cases, which a lot of people ignore and call a disorder in science. You decided not to bother about it because you are born again according to you. Then your next generation and generation after that continues to suffer same fate all through their lives until you intentionally find the root cause of such challenges and find a way to exonerate yourself from the curse. The circle will continue. So that is how spiritual curses work. I hope we understand now that foundational issues are different. In our last season, I discussed foundational issues with us. There are things that we call foundational issues. There are issues that we call, there are cases we call ancestral curses. Now, these curses comes from our lineage to our lineage to the next lineage to the next lineage, and we don't know. How can you be in a family and then you have like 3 brothers, and out of those 3 brothers, 2 of them are rapists? The last one, who is even supposed to be more responsible, is a woman beater. And after they finish, their children will continue from where they stop, just like that. They rape up to the point that they even rape their own wives at home, rape their relatives and all that. Now, these are things that you should be looking at. And then those that their hands are very quick, they call them quick hands, kleptomaniacs. They just go around, they keep picking things that are not, the things that they can afford. They don't pick serious things. They can just be walking on the street and decide to pick sweet, chewing gum, those kind of little things, lollipop, things that they can afford. And you say, oh, it's a disorder. Maybe we'll find a therapist to talk them out of it. Go and find out what is happening in your lineage. Go and find out what your ancestors had done. Go and find out why you are living the way you are living. And until you start doing deep spiritual searches, these things are hidden. You will not be able to find them because that is what they are, spiritual. Until next week when I come your way again, this is me drawing the curtain here today on this particular episode, Ancestral Curses. Please, if you have any questions, if you have anything you want to share, first of all, share this video for me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, reach out to your friends, let them be part of it, drop a comment, ask me questions so that we'll be able to talk more on these topics. Thank you very much.